So we are officially back with some PSO. See if anybody's around. I put out the word in the looking for party group. If I don't see people, I'll just finish up some casual levels, showcase what I was doing to level off stream. I think Massive Attack 2B in single player for Ramar is so far my favorite way of leveling as Ranger. I'm not sure I'll find something quite as fast. I'm definitely curious to showcase and compare before and after like XP week here. Just like how amazing it is to just one button kill everything for like crazy XP here. So even though I'm not playing on Blue ID, which would give us slightly more value, you can see we're like approaching like 200 XP per second, just kind of casually clearing. And I think what helps and why I think it could be interesting to do this kind of quest on like a Christmas event is that like every one of those geese would potentially be a present in Ultimate. So just like a lot of easy to kill one buttonable enemies, even in like Ultimate difficulty. You can see we just kind of auto clear everything near us. You know, I'm going over like legitimately 200 XP a second. That means I'm averaging closer to like 120 in brief spurts. So leveling up with this is so much easier than a lot of the other Ranger options. But for people with like the Hell Shot and things of that nature, we just look at that. That's really hard to compete with. Again, everything here is hellable except for the giant murder flower. So I can even choose to reset if I don't have the right weapons for it. I figure while we're here, we might as well see how far we could go with it. I definitely do not mind the extra MST ATPs that will be necessary for the other character. You see, these enemies don't even jump at you. They kind of have the same issue that the MA1C enemies have. Like, there'll be like one enemy in a spawn that'll move, maybe two. You can see like those guys are just patiently waiting. So if I'm fast enough, I can just kind of aim at them preemptively. I'm still learning positioning for this quest for solo play, because it's very different than multiplayer play here. You can see like that guy was about to leap at me, so I'm like, nah. Dodge the punch. Punish. I figure if we need more Viridia as a secondary ID, or if I want to host more MA1C and I don't feel like being a cast, the Ranger here would be a kind of fun alternative there. If I want to solo MA1C, for example, I'd rather be Ramar than Rakkasil. An okay amount of materials as we go through. Fortunately, I was a little slow on the shot there. This is also another area where I just really enjoy Hell Shot over stuff like Hell Needle. It's because the range actually matters. Yep, once we hear people are waiting for us, we'll end our single player run. Either way, I figured I'd at least experiment with some single player stuff while we were here. Most of the time I don't enjoy doing single player, but it is what it is. Ideas I lack for characters great so far, Blue Foam Idol, shouldn't make fun of him as either of those, to double up on a different ID. So here's the deal. You can make 32 characters. You are so far from that point, I don't even know where to begin. It's like, you will probably want 10 characters. So if you like Ramarl, you'll have 10 Ramarls with 10 IDs. You will probably play multiples of a class per ID, because some runs are much easier to do as Force, some are much easier to do as Ranger. A few are a little better as Hunter, but those are a bit more rare. So if you're thinking I'm going to get away with only one character per ID, I think you will find yourself very disappointed in about 3 months, if I had to guess. Like, I would break that mentality right now. I'm telling you, if you want to do long-term with the game, Like, no, 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 no. Like, if you're doing solo stuff, you're probably going to be playing Fonuman. If you're going to be doing multiplayer stuff, you'll probably be playing some kind of ranger. Now, whether that ranger is like a cast or not, then you have two sets of characters, whether or not you need somebody to fill in with demons or you need somebody to fill in with traps. So, like, even in, like, a single quest, you might be playing 3 or 4 different characters for it. It just depends on party comp or what you feel in the mood for. So that's why, inevitably, I ended up with just making an account for literally Oops All Rangers. Because I was like, you know what? I am kind of tired of feeling like unrestricted. Because I wanted to enjoy Fomar for like 1 or 2 IDs. But now I can't enjoy other quests because he takes up a slot that I need. Stuff of that nature. Also, I'm about to get bodied here. So for me, I don't really have any advice other than expect that will be your end game. Look at us go. So, I mean, it's just like one of those things. Like, I like casts, but I will not do solo cast stuff in single player because I just don't think it's a good use of my time. So I'd rather spend like 5-10 hours getting a character up to ultimate and then just playing that character from that point forward. Just because I'll be losing like over 1.5 minutes a run by just playing something unoptimized, quote unquote. And then also, I don't have to worry about not having coverage. Well, that's such a satisfying shot. Yeah, like some people don't want to play Hunter, and that makes their life easy. Then you would probably just play Fonuman, Ramarl maybe, Rawcast. You could skip Rawcaseel. But even then, that's still like, you know, with 3 major classes, that's 30 characters, so you only have like 2 wiggle room characters. Which is why, like, if you really like a class, you should just make one of every ID. If you're like, oh, I really enjoy Ramarl, then make 10 Ramarls. You really like Rawcast, you make 10 Rawcasts. And your life is just so much better. J-Pen says, as someone who hasn't played since GameCube, are there any guides that keeps getting back into the game? This game was my childhood. We have general discussion guides, so if you do !PSO guides, I do a video series there. They also link to Google documents if you prefer like a written version of some of them. We talk about like picking classes. We have ones for tips. We have stuff for what to trade for. We talk about quests. We have a lot of videos on the topic. Some things are just like installing add-ons and things of that nature. So hopefully that'll provide whatever you seek. But if you have general questions, you can always ask on stream. I don't really care. Sometimes it'll bring up good points, and it causes updates to go into those guides later. Let's get bodied. Hope you're doing well, HellCleave. There we go. I just wanted to hit the Sinnoh there. I'll take a knockdown there to kill the Sinnoh. Yeah, so I created a massive directory, so I think all the videos that have written guides should now link to the overall directory. So if you want to just kind of pick and choose what's there, if you want to learn, we have like a more detailed talk about like very hard mode runs, you know, basic trading, strengths and weaknesses of section IDs. We have a lot of written content out there, so you can hopefully just skip around on like Google Docs, be fine. You're saying it's 9 more Gmars? I mean, if you want to, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those things where you also have to, over time, realize whether or not you like doing certain areas of certain classes. Like, I can't tell you, even as a streamer that has played for a while, what you'll end up finding most enjoyable in areas like Episode 2. Like, maybe you do like the challenge of being forced in Episode 2, even though they don't tech cast. Or maybe knowing that you can't do like high damage to Episode 2 enemies with techs, You're like, oh, I really enjoy cast. Or you're like, oh, I don't like cast because they can't heal themselves or debuff. I prefer something more self-sufficient. There's like points where it doesn't, you know, take it with a grain of salt to an extent. But just be aware, like, there's a reason why certain classes are extremely popular and well-picked, is just because they could cover so many areas incredibly well. Like, a HuCast is not really going to have trouble getting damage on targets once they get any kind of basic hit item. Yeah, like, Humar is probably the hardest, I would say, to get into for late game. Like, they have a pretty easy early game. But it's one of those things where you will just kind of laugh. Like, I'll give an example. So if all you're doing is, like, a ranger is using, like, short to mid-range attacks, and you're looking to blast away enemies, and that's all you're basically doing with ranger, you should honestly just play HuCast. Like, the HuCast single target damage is, like, out of this world. You're gonna delete everything you fight with, like, solo effort. But it's, like, it's just one of those things. Oh, I usually reset at this point. I'll tell you why I reset. This specific enemy here is terrible. I think I could get Jaya on Viridia here, if I remember correctly. But it's like, oh, this enemy sucks. I don't have the right weapons for this. Yeah, I'll leave. Oh. See, somebody is there. We could do some very hard mode runs. Looks like we're about the same level anyway, so that works out. I guess I can host. Yeah, like, some people are like, I really like HuCast and that's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm like, cool. Sure thing, Chris. If you want to hop in, we're just leveling some characters. So we're more than happy to help you, since I know you haven't had a chance to join as much on stream. Come join us, Chris. Wish this attribute blade had slots. Oh well. It is what it is. So I don't know why these are in here. I should probably just throw them away. Thin leads here. Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's just like one of those things where some people just don't like forces, so they'll just make rangers. There's nothing wrong with it, but just be aware that, like, if you ever feel like you want a character that can delete bosses instantly, like, you probably will need to swap off a force. Or if you're like, you know what, there's just a lot of annoying satellite lizards and I wish I knew what to do, then it's like, well, then you probably need to play a class that can pew-pew laser or play a force. Or if you're like, you know what, I mostly just want to focus on mini-bosses in episode 2, then you'll probably play Hunter. I have to shop reset for force left frame. I don't think I found many. I don't know if I've ever seen them in the store. I happen to pick them up as I play, and then I slotted, I think, one or two extra ones that were at 3 slots, and I was like, you know what, close enough. I'm definitely not putting 4 ad slots on a blank frame, but there were ones I was like, you know what, it's so close. Yeah, having a basic frame with 4 slots is very useful. I don't think it's worth burning 4 ad slots, but there are people that sell those potentially in trading. They happen to have those and don't need them anymore, for example. Ooh, I missed my hell shot. Yeah. Hunting dress is nice. I use that on Rocket Seal, which I hopefully have put away on the Ranger account, because I'm not going to use that on a Force for the most part. pretty much when this character... We'll finish up since Chris needs to level, but I'll probably swap characters as soon as I hit 80. That way I could just have more characters that are ultimate ready. I could gain XP later in the week. Need a PP laser. Like, my shot doesn't go uphill. Thanks, PSO. Appreciate you. That reach. What is going on? Hello? Human shot? You okay? That definitely hits normally. I guess the vertical angle is too much for the game to handle. Usually I'd let them walk forward slightly so they're a bit more clumped, but I guess if they're in their default position, the gun just can't hit for some reason. A little special. Just straight up went into the landscape. Yeah, I think I need to clean up maybe section ID a little bit. I think that's the only one that's probably, like, actually out of date at this moment. Otherwise, we've been taking pretty good care of updating stuff as we go along. RIP anniversary quest, I had to remove that from a couple. Start off with an ignition cloak today. Congratulations, Chips. Hope you're doing well. Sounds like PSO is doing well, at least. That's why I kind of felt bad. We were talking the other day, and people were like, "Oh, you know, I did Rare Enemy Week for like, you know, a week to try to get Ignition Cloak," and I'm like, "You just get it by leveling characters that episode 4." I don't know how to say it. It's just like if you play like 10-20 hours, you level like multiple sets of characters, you set yourself up for an event, you just casually get Ignition Cloak almost every single time. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, we've gotten so many on stream. But, like, at no point is, like, the Ignition Cloak the main hunt for me. It's just more like, oh, I need to level. Why don't we take new players through? Or I need some PDs. So I'm like, oh, I just need to get, like, 2 to 3 PDs an hour. And we're playing very hard mode. Massive Attack 4C. So I'm like, I know it's possible. But I'd rather do that just to complete some items. Although, exciting news, chat. I did get, like, another about 15 PDs and trades off stream. So we are well on our way to potentially upgrading another brand. Ouch. Ivan runneth over. And I think whichever brands I don't end up using that much, I might just leave on the main account. If I don't like native dark over AB's dark, for example, I just leave it there. There's also some limiters to unseal at some point, so I know he at least got some items during the event. Oh, this is standing still. Hopefully he's okay. I will heal him so he doesn't die. There we go. Yeah. Nice. We're not playing on Blue ID, which is a little sad, but it's not the end of the world. Just power leveling. Like, so technically we could still get things like select cloaks, but there's not many Babudas in the quest, sadly. I know Chris is looking for some. I think he wanted his own Divine Filter fill out at some point. At least we're playing an ID that can potentially get them. Yeah, blue ID is definitely preferred. There we go. I've been shot. Oh, I hit them with the demons. GG. Nice. Shot is slightly too slow. There we go. I was gonna say, if you just Gafoe, we should be fun. We'll kill all the other annoying creatures, don't worry about them. You just need to make sure we don't get run over by the Reform. Ah, there we go. There you go. See that? Put them in kill range. As good as Gafoe stacking is, sometimes Demon is just too powerful. Over here, bird. That's 2 Ultra Dead Door Bombs. Goodbye. That wasn't too bad. If anybody wants to hop in for a 4th slot, let us know. Oh, I just need like 1 fireball. There we go. I could put them in like literally Gafoe kill range. We'll come over here. Speed this up a little. Barely out of range. I'll take that. Nice. Lady with the phone rolls, a big milestone. I'll allow you to do some Christmas Fiasco join-ins later, although we'll probably still need some HP boosts to survive. Phone roll HP total is definitely a state of misery. They're the only characters I've considered HP materials on, honestly. Unless I'm already past the certain thresholds. Thresholds being 721, 829, and 900, I think, of the thresholds. So if I'm past any of those, I might as well eat those HP materials. Before then, I'm like, nah. I could take advantage of that by surviving Varans. I love being like sub 700 health in mines in particular, because the brands don't knock you down. Or, excuse me, they do knock you down so you don't die instantly. Whereas being at like 900 health, or 1200 health, or 1300 health, you just explode. After that, a lot of people will take HP materials to survive 1300, which I think is how much you need for falls. You get hit there. Multi. Because getting double hit by the laser attack is kind of annoying. It's one of those ones where like the boss shouldn't do that much damage, but it just does sometimes. There we go. And if you go into like the 1800 health territory, you start dying to like Gal Griffin Tornado and Episode 4 Boss Tornado, which feels terrible. No target doorway got me again. Doorway too strong, please nerf. There we go. It's at 80. Excellent. One more character. I have an option on the Ranger account. Right now, a lot of I would say newer players usually stick to Pickle, but veteran players will typically stick to Green-Red for episode 4 for Heaven Striker. So having Viridia as a backup for North on a Clear, it's kind of a nice secondary idea to fill in. Technically, you can host Viridia as well. I just wouldn't consider doing that until Rare Enemy Week. Once it's Rare Enemy Week, yeah, I could see us legitimately just doing Viridia all the way through. So for people looking for their LNK combats, while looking for lane to Argent, while also looking for Limiter, it's gonna be their week of happiness. I'm so sad. I thought he was gonna get hit by the fireball there to stop him from moving, because I can't hit him when he does that. Well, now he stops moving. The troll. Out of there. Unfortunately, I can't pull the furthest target with PQ Laser. It's sad because Rifoi actually reaches that, but PQ Laser doesn't. Another example why I think Ranger is like a little suboptimal for this area. They're fine on surface, if not the fastest in certain clears, but down here, ooh, terrible for Ranger. Any annoying spread out distance enemies like that, the Rifoi covers better. I can at least do this to speed it up. There we go. Put my shift I'm at 50 PQ Laser in this sick thing. I'm so ready to get away with that. Demon in. So good. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna spin in place. That sucks. What a move. Thought he was gonna do that. Couldn't kill range. Punisher. Oh, I thought I moved far enough. It sucks. You can dodge that. It's just, I thought I already dodged it by moving. I must have let go slightly too early. Oh well. It is what it is. There we go. Well, that's unfortunate. It spawned right in front of me. That's kind of the exact opposite of what I wanted him to do. That sucks. It blocked my shot, and it put him out of range of what I needed to do. I was hoping to demon them while they were all clumped, but... There we go. Just keep getting hit. It sucks. I guess. Jikafoe, so the Rappies don't run away. Not get hit. Target them like this. I'm not giving up on those PDs of materials and present chances. No way during an event. There we go. Still pulling people dead. Leave me alone. Get off of me. Yeah, let's see if they teleport correctly. Nope. Oh, Chris is there. Now they'll find him. Chris went into the kill zone. I like them teleporting up to hit me and then they all turn around because they don't know how to reach me from there due to the vertical difference. It's so funny. Like, the game recognizes that that's an angle that they should hit, but they can't. Hell, they did not test hills at all with that teleport feature. Just a big ol' oopsie with their AI there. They try really hard, though. Like, see, this one's gonna teleport left to hit me, right, if he's gonna teleport. So, like, the AI on this enemy works okay, because he's not starting uphill. The other ones will just never hit me, unfortunately, for them. Danger. Oh, now you give me mag invincibility? What was that earlier? Alright. There we go, multitask clear. I'll put away some items. So I've hit 81, I'm good. Like, one more character down. Just want to make sure that was shared bank, right? Not character bank. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to get confused later. There we go. Nice and simple. One more character to 80. More options for me, because I don't have a lot of raw Mars in general. This being the second one. Okay, switch characters to level. 390 raw Mar. I could level 1. I technically have a high level 1, but I don't have one on the Ranger account. Might be more useful to do. If other people want to level other characters and wants to raise another one, we could just restart in a moment. Otherwise, I'll just start leveling this character. The goal being just to make my life easier. If I play the Ranger account, that I have more coverage. More IDs is never a bad thing. Not looking to hit high level with any of these characters yet. Well, if you want for now, you could stick to Fonurul, but then after Chris takes a break, we can potentially level your other character. I'm okay with that too. I just want to make sure Chris gets his levels in. Go grab many items from the bag. Hopefully I did not move everything to get moved over. Well, I can't talk today. Hopefully everything got moved over is what I meant to say. Ooh. Where's my frame? I thought I had 2 on this account. Where's the frame? One moment. I have more than 1 frame. Don't lie to me. It's on the Pink Ranger. I was gonna say, it's not that I have 0. Like, I know I have multiples. I guess I just didn't get back. Let me briefly go grab that frame. Started. Yeah, I had one spare floating one I gave to the Force account. I could probably move it back now that I understand what happened to the frame. But sadly, I don't see my dress plate here, so that means my raw casts on the main account probably still wearing it. I was hoping during Anniversary to get a dress plate, and we did a really sizable amount of runs, which kind of shocked me. In Anniversary, that would have given dress plate. I still didn't get one. So I guess if we do more Green ID CCA in the future, maybe we'll get one. Anyway, move some items. I like how this character has nothing but starting equipment because I didn't play with them. They just kind of absorbed XP passively. I'm not even sure why I gave this character a frame, given none of his stuff is set up. Yeah, look at this. He's still in the default controls. Be funny. Okay. I'll remake the game, and we'll have Chris rejoin. I think Green ID's okay. I don't recall what ID Chris's character was. Technically, if Chris is Sky, I guess we could stick there. Oh. But I know a lot of people are requesting Green ID games, either for new mop-ups or just general gameplay. So I don't feel like playing a Force because I don't like to do solo stuff. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll make the game, Chris could be second, and then we'll figure out in what we're meant to do. Spend us a couple minutes. Come join me, Chris. So if we see Marissa, I will try to jump out of the game, so that way you might be able to get a heart up. Marissa is real. Ideally, we see Dorfana clear here. What'll happen? Probably not that. Items. This character has like Mace of Adamant and Brave Hammers. This throws me off every time I look there. I'm like, that's not needed on a Ranger account. Oh, 20 hit Slicer just casually in there. That's fun. Okay, where is... I need Leech Bag here. Character, I'm really enjoying this mag. I think HellCleave helped me get this one. It's a Dex mag, 145 Dex with 50 power. It's so good. It's been so good on the raw Mar accounts. Thank you again, HellCleave. Shoutouts to HellCleave. Just like a little bit of power. Finally got a banner. Oh, was that you at the top with the slime? I only saw the banner there. Nice. Doing CF1 resets. I was gonna say, did you want to play with us today, Chips? We're just kind of leveling up some characters. Yeah, I'll be on for like another hour and a half. Then after that, I gotta go. Got a lot of things I gotta prepare for today. And maybe do like an hour 45. And after that, got to go. Let's see what leveling I could get done. But hey, I'm happy. I got 2 different characters to 80 back to back. Granted, one of them was mostly there already, but it is what it is. There we go. PSO-wise, I probably will not be on until Tuesday. Monday is my off day. I'd prefer not to do PSO. Or if I'm doing PSO, it's something AFK, like unsealing while I watch a show or something, and I'm not looking to stream. If I stand back far enough, I can PP laser bow. Not too bad. Oof, they got spooked. Rip. Goodbye, present chances. Oh, I just realized there's no way this character's surviving Dorfon. It's gonna be fun later. Could have slipped in a heavenly HP. Got it. So I need like bare minimum 210 in order to use Heaven Punisher. Like, get rid of one Heavenly Arms for a boost. Technically, if I only do PP Laser, I can put into kind of the awkward low levels of very hard mode, but I should level pretty quickly thanks to the double XP. I should go out of Goron slap range, but not Goron crit range, at least pretty soon. It'd be funny if we got more Heavenly Arms. So yeah, I'm looking to basically get everybody to a point where they can play, so if I need to host Green ID Christmas Fiasco, the goal is to do this character for when we get to Rare Enemy Week. I have the Viridia Ranger. I can host as him. I technically have a Viridia Phonumen already if I really need to do that. I guess it just depends on who's available. Or I might just ask somebody else to host when we get there. But if nothing else, I have more options for hosting. Because I don't enjoy playing like Force, like solo Force in CF4. Like solo Force in Episode 4 boss run. Like if we're not gonna go like triple Force, I'd just rather not be Force at all then, because I can't do any Gafoe stacking strats, so it's completely irrelevant. But for me, it's not worth my time. I would rather just play Ramarl or some support Unicorn or something. Where I do the bare minimum, the buff and debuff, and then the rest is just actually participating. It's not there. Definitely curious in terms of like long-term gameplay if I'll prefer like MA2B on Green ID to try to introduce that, because we mostly stick to C nowadays. But on like Ultimate, where there's like a higher zoo count, where zoo count is just okay in very hard mode. It's actually better in hard mode, funny enough, because that's where Jaya is. But it's just one of those things where maybe we'll do MA2B runs in Ultimate. Just to get, like, Heaven Striker chances, plus a lot of B101s. I am shocked I didn't die there. Take that, though. This gun does not care about their well-being, let me tell you. So close. I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Here you go, Chris cleaving him. Yet enough. There we go, there's the demon Broncos. you can see, like, even though I'm not at max ATA, because Ramar ATA is so busted, I'm still at 100% special at very hard mode. I think they're actually very good, without even needing freeze, can land the hits. Well, I say land the hits, but then Demon's like, nah, you didn't hit. Try again. Do better. Oh, please go forward. Please go forward. I'm scared. It's like, ooh, dodge the lasers. Run away, dodge more lasers. It denied that proc for some reason, like 3 times. Should die soon. Should die here. I see. Okay, no Dwarfonic player, but it is what it is. Probably gonna die here, but at least I killed 3 Dwarfon. Oh, actually survived. I survived Dwarfon at 280 health, really? Wow. That right there is the impressive feat. Because there is no way I survive laser. I don't think I survive stomp. We'll take that. I'll die probably immediately to the Goron and get punished for my hubris. That was nice. I prefer not to go first. We'll wait for the first though. Too bad. So we could potentially bring in Mint's character into harder areas as we transition over to like Tuesday, Thursday gameplay. Plus, I guess Wednesday would also lead into Christmas Eve. So I will probably have a full stream at that point, because one, there's no way I'm staying the whole day at work. It's either they have early dismissal or I burn admin time. Number one. Number two, I already have plans with family, but it's not gonna go past like our normal streaming hours. So I think Wednesday somewhere around like 6 or 6:30, I'll start the stream instead of 7:30. We should get quite a few hours in. Plus, I don't have a lot of plans Christmas itself. A lot of places are closed, and family usually prefers to meet for them. It's kind of a tradition in the family. We never celebrate holidays on holiday usually. So we'll be doing the get together Wednesday. See where it goes from there. Oh, shot that didn't kill me. Oh, I might die here. Dodge. There we go. That works. I would like to not participate in that battle. There we go. Deadshot. Oh my gosh, I almost died to the closest target of all things. That would have been the worst feeling. That feeling when you triple Hellshot an enemy that has like a 70% chance of dying to it and you miss every single shot. It's terrible. Anyway, at least we're cleaning up here kind of well. I have no... Oh, I'm aiming at a Marissa. I was like, I have no idea what the game just made me auto-aim at. Oh, I got Zeus sniped. Man, I was doing so well. That's so sad. There's very little I could do about that. I couldn't even tell who he was aiming at. So unfortunate. I guess because he killed the player, his other laser targeted me or something. Rip. So unfortunate. Goodbye, my beloved tickets. Those. So anyways, the step before, I don't think I survive anything here, so if I get hit at all, I'm in pure glass cannon mode. Just anything looks at me funny, I probably die. Get that level up though. Get that accuracy and MST, let's go. Oh, I'm running away from that, I don't want nothing to do with that enemy. Out of here. I was like, I was staring into the face of death on that one. Nice level up for Chris. Chris isn't too far away from 80 now. 100% XP is real. Stand over here, I think. Is it the safety corner? Well, the other one is just slightly out of range. Oh boy, there's no Graffoes. I'm running. Let's do this. You know what? I somehow survived that, and that's the important thing. That did 293. That level up actually mattered. Thanks XP Week. You saved me. I agree, Dynasty Warriors and music. I'm so scared to go into this room. Die here. There we go. Just mowing them down with the Yamato. Well, nothing else might roll. Oh, I'm dead. Less. Nothing else might roll. ATA increases are going to help with solo runs with massive attack off stream. 20 accuracy does actually matter. Ooh. I got tagged by somebody else's freeze. That got scary. So this should kill him. Fine. Well, that's so sad. We had a pretty decent photon crystal chance despite no boosts. So far, no drops. See, that would have been considered an amazing straight. I don't have fireball on a button that I know how to press. My bad. I was like, wait a minute. Found it. Okay, now I understand where it is. It's not... I guess... No, actually, I guess it's on a somewhat normal button for me. It just looked weird with Megan missing. I think that's what threw me off. I don't know why I assigned Megan there, but that's fine. I was like, wait a minute. What? I was like, what button is that? I was like, oh, wait. Forget. Gears, revive Chris. Roll some pew lasers down. Oh, there we go. See, I was just talking about that. Didn't I say it was weird we didn't get one? Telling you. I'm in tune with it, chat. It's like, I got it within like one Goron detonator. That's pretty good. Same quest, just one room over. There we go. Needed one more wave, it was fun. Another scapegoat. I will gladly grab those while doing massive attacks. Yeah, Ralmars and I guess Rangers in general to an extent just kind of play a different game than everybody else. So late game is definitely just how many challenge mode weapons do you have? Do you have brands? Yes, no, you win. There is pretty much, you don't need to rely on any real drops, honestly, from the game itself to do well. Like, there'll be opportunities for you to use Heaven Striker, don't get me wrong, but like, you really could just use only challenge mode weapons and brands and be fine. Is anybody really gonna say no to like Demon Needle on a Ramar mixed with like Hell Shots and all this other BS? And it's like, oh no, there's a slightly inconveniencing zoo. Quick, let me just get a charged Vulcan, I guess. And or you could Heaven Striker, I suppose. Strong enough, I guess it could work. As long as the combo kills, it'll be faster than Vulcan. I guess at super high level play, once you start getting like native percents, you get away with just using Heaven Striker to kill things versus Vulcans. It's always kind of an interesting optimization as you get stronger. It's weird here. Where can you get away with just using a pistol to kill something versus a locked in place mech gun? Save the frames, make it safer in a weird way too. Even though you're berserking, it's safer because you're just able to dodge afterwards easier. Not bad. Oh, I'm so dead. That knockdown saved me. I don't know what knocked me down before the body slam, but I will take that. I don't know if it was the fireball and the Gertabulu clipped me in the foot or something weird. I'll take it though. That should have been an easy kill for the enemy right there. There's no way I could have survived a 1-2. They already do 293 and I'm barely at 300 health. Anyway, at least the surface is getting gradually less scary. Ooh, oh, I was gonna say, I was like, wow, they pathfinded correctly, and I'm like, oh wait, because Chris walked out. I was like, what? I'm like, wait a minute, they don't normally swing at anything of importance. Out of your Doran Detonator. No Marissa Oz, no Dorphonic Clairs. You know what? I have enough HP to survive laser now from Zoo. That's exciting. That's a new important threshold. Makes me a lot less squishy. Did we, like, leave the normal soundtrack and it's just looping this song? I feel like this song has been on for at least 4 minutes, that's what I'm saying. Let me check in a moment. It's possible we did hit the end of the soundtrack. We were pretty deep in when I started. I'm gonna check it out in a moment. I was just thinking subconsciously while playing, I'm like, it's been a while. Like there should have been another song. I mean, I like this song, I just don't know if I will listen to it for 20 minutes. Ooh, what a great demon. What song is actually playing here, according to this? Legend of the Man Extended. Yep, see? Yep. I was gonna say, there was like, there's no way. I was like, no. And I was like, I feel like it was going on for 5 minutes. It was playing for like 6 minutes. Right as I was transitioning over. Too funny. I guess we'll figure out who wants to play. We still have like another hour 15 to go. And I thank Chris for joining us today. Hopefully you get some rest, Chris. Character getting ever closer to ultimate, so you have more options. Never enough options in PSO. I guess you could leave him with armor for now. I have so many hunters I need to level at some point. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with those. That might be a chat pity case at some point. I'm not ready to level them since I don't have the Hell J Cutter leveled. We'll probably do like Massive Attack 2B if I had to guess for them. I don't think 4 would work well for hunters. Or at least I don't think I would contribute anything of value. We're playing like Triple Force Hunter, that's okay I guess, but is what it is. Just looking at what people are doing. Oh, HellCleave caught in 4K playing Sweep Up Operation 3 with the Bisons. Ooh, good stretch. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure if there are other people that are looking to level today. Please let us know. Otherwise, I'll switch things up. Uh-oh, the HellCleave is here. He's doing his dance. I am purple phonium and hear me roar. The roar sounds like repoing every blind's enemy. There you go. Look at him go. Something we could do with just 2 people. I put away my items if we're just 2 people. I would want to play something a little stronger. It's definitely very fast for me to solo level on MA2B. It's to the point where it actually is on par with a 3-man party. And hand in tickets, no worries. Let me check what other characters I have in the Ranger account. Don't recall all their levels offhand. I did get quite a few of them to 40 though. But in terms of hitting actually ultimate, I think only Redria, if I remember correctly, is a decent level. Everything else is kind of on the low 80s at best. We're just gonna check our inventory real quick. Otherwise we could just help hyjin level a character. Oh, right, the blue Ralmar is actually decently leveled. Yeah, level 88, yellow Ralmar, I was doing for mines runs briefly, RN's level, and red's the highest level. That's about what I remembered. Not too bad, we actually leveled almost every ranger to 40. The only one we didn't do was, oh, take that back, never mind. Every single Ralmar is level 40 or above. New record? I haven't even done that with the Force account. So at least most of these, yeah, I love this 1 hour 14-minute clear to level 41, by the way. That to me is funny. So, okay. What to do while we wait? I guess we could always ask to join a HellCleave run in mine. HellCleave wants to do a 3-man of it or something. I'll pick a stronger character though to help carry. Just thinking if it'll be like Baran's murder worthy or not. Or if Chips is free, that also works. Just trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I'd be okay with Raw Mars for now. They're surprisingly my most leveled team. Otherwise, what we could do is play Force either ultimate or very hard, depending on who's here. Because most of these forces getting extra XP is also fun, because this enables them to play DD2, even as just support roles. None of my hunters are leveled though. I can play 3 at 40 at best. It is what it is. Let me check one thing. Do I have another batch of mine materials? I could level a blue monument at some point during the event. If we get like a dedicated group, I can always raise a blue monument. That's what I was just verifying there. We just have to create them when we go for it. Otherwise, 148, kind of a nice level. See who's in lobby, then I'll make my decision. Willing to swap out almost any character. Oh, HellCleave is doing a dance. But HellCleave is willing to do the run. Let's bring in probably a demon user or something. Some variety here. Demons and that's my main sets. Forces life easier. re-equip. I'll join HellCleave in the lobby. Yeah, Demon Shot should kind of clear up most things. I have Demon Mech Guns to deal with Barans. Sinnohs, the only thing I just need to bring is Frozen Shooter just to help out. The armor self. I don't think I need P502 for this run, actually. P2Bs into this, maybe? That would make sense. Yeah, I don't remember the exact makeup of the quest offhand. I haven't run it in a while. Should work. 25 machine, sure, we'll take it. Okay. I don't want to go like super hit pointed, but I needed at the minimum to survive Sinnoh, but I don't want to go over 800. I'm playing a fun little game with it. Yeah. Sort of inventory out. Okay. Let's rejoin HellCleave, and then hopefully everybody will be ready. Here we go. There we go. We'll put them in Refoe range. There we go. Shot. Done this quest recently. Oh, maybe I was using this for lane hunt. So I was like, I kind of remember the small rooms. Yeah, I might have been using this to test the lane hunt. It's trap. Yep, traps. Okay. Yeah, okay. I've done this quest recently. The problem is the quest names kind of blur together to me. Yeah, then we're over here. Yep. There's the Barans. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I normally do lame in this quest, but I guess we could do Vice. I realize HellCleave ran this quest. Yeah, I think this was in rotation a couple weeks back, HellCleave. I was gonna say. And then we could teleport to the laser gate. And then if you're a force, you could just hit the boxes through the wall, because, like, doesn't make any sense. You could do that box check there. Oh, that makes sense. You're doing a shorter bridge version of it. Oh, I'm so dead. I was gonna say, do you do any I Believe runs of CF1 on purple? And an okay amount of vices. Rather just farm P1 at that point. That's fair. saying no to me on these specials. This is so sad. I attack the jerk. Okay, so you normally reset here on this kind of quest? Okay, that makes sense. Alright, do a couple more runs of that then. Like I'm gonna do all the easy resets. Hopefully you got. Oh, you probably didn't get a chance. That's a shame. I was gonna say because a couple weeks back this was in rotation. We got quite a few lames doing this quest. Actually, not too bad. Like I'll take that all day. Witnessing a day in the life of HellCleave. Oh no, not the Flow and Sword 3073. And that's really rare for probably almost no reason. I don't think it's like a super crazy weapon either. I think it's the yellow boss one that's better. Everything but a high hit Vice and Sincesta so far. I remember all too well walking into that hallway. I'm like, I remember that from RBR. I'm like, wait a minute, I remember that hallway. I might not recognize the crest right away, because everything uses tiles and everything kind of looks the same after a while. Let's level up. Slow-mo. Take it though. Oh, I landed Demon on almost everything there. That's nice. Ooh, that was incredibly unlucky. I had my weapon button stick, and then on top of that, demons didn't proc. Shame. There we go, open those boxes. It's because... There we go. There we go. That was the rock I was looking for. Like the warps. Guess HellCleave just went back to shop or something. Oh, he could also be check the weapons store to charge Vulcan. Is that level for it? Grab a couple of those. Okay. Do a couple more of those with HellCleave. Figure that it's nice to say we did some place chances. Makes sense. There we go. I hit the only one I actually cared about hitting. Nice. Uh-oh, a vice has been found. Oh, 0 hit, rip. Also, I didn't mean to use the hell shot there, but it is hilarious that worked with no buffs. I am completely shocked that worked. You, freak you. I'll leave a little. There we go. Trying to keep it frozen. Nicely done. Start the next room. There we go. That'll soften him up. But most of them whenever a foe range of killing. Use them so they don't get knocked down. Refreeze, you're going nowhere. And refreeze. So, should probably bring a Cannon Rouge to speed up this room. Guess if I ever do the resets of the future, I'll try to remember that. Guess I could always work back at the end of this one just to pick it up. There we go. Send simple clears. Oh, I was trying to freeze him before he hit the ground. Let's get some time. Oh well. We attempted. Which just slapped me in the face. Like, one more run, I think. I gotta think about what to do next. At least want to try the Cannon Rouge, assuming I have it in here. Yeah, nice. If there's a game that was just dot 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 dot, I almost hit that one by accident. Yeah, it's nice being able to kind of mess around with characters at varying levels, get a better feel for the game. All of the stack of Bowie chipping away at them. Kinda nice. I definitely missed, what is it, Massive Attack 2 version 2 or something in episode 1. The non-standard one most people don't run. Because it had my favorite Anniversary Mines quest based off of that portion, and I feel so sad where it's like, I actually really enjoyed that as like Triple Force, but I will never run that quest all the way start to finish because it is not worth the time on any ID, sadly. Like, it's an interesting in concept, but it is just not rewarding for time spent. Bit of a shame. There we go. There we go, that was a good demoning on most of them. Ooh. That felt kinda nice. I like Cannon Rouging that. HellCleave out a little there. Did just enough damage with my very low ATP to get the Sinnoh killed with his Ravarda. Kinda satisfying. Like, I'm just in a perpetual state of shock. Wasn't even sure if I wanted to interrupt that or not. Kinda funny. Wait, what? How did he punch through that? And then it didn't hit him. It's crazy. I feel like I got cheated there. That's okay. I think that gun won't solve. There's definitely some jank that was happening there. Like how he got hit by the frozen shot, then teleported, and then froze. What a cheater. An absolute cheater. Oh, I got knocked down. See, last time I had enough time to shoot him again. I guess it could be kind of finicky whether that works. Okay. Could it be around later, says Chips? Nope. As I said before, I'm going somewhere in the next hour. Like, for me, I'm literally just gonna play for like another hour, and then I'm probably not gonna touch the game the rest of the day. I'll put away these items. I think I'm good for now. Multiple armors. Switch to blue, maybe? Just thinking. Oh, the EXP to level and brain is processing. EH in hard mode. Thing. I could start unsealing, I guess. I have a lot of stuff to unseal. I could probably do that for like another 40 minutes, unless we have a group of 3, in which case I'm willing to do another quest. Otherwise, with 2 people, I'm like, unless both people are crazy geared, that eliminates a lot of quests. So stuff like very hard mode leveling is pretty safe. Got a lot of limiters to re-unlock. I think overall that's like almost 25 PDs made from Unseal. Let's go help Mint level a bit more. Look with this many things, I still can't equip it. Oh, I actually shockingly can't equip it. Really? With Quadra Limiter? Can't do that? Huh. I mean, me not unsealing lame doesn't really matter. I was kind of more shocked that I'm like, huh. Did I miscalculate something? Also, I ended up with... Wait, what? Said I was a 600 ATP there. I didn't misread that, so I'm off by 16 ATPs. So I guess the magic number is something like 158 power? I would have thought I must have math wrong on one of these mags. Just fine. I mean, normally if I'm doing 3 limiters, this will work. Not a big deal either way. Anyway, the only thing I do want to grab, though, is a Psycho Wand. No, I did math. I think maybe I only did it for 3 limiters. There were no guesstimates. I was looking at the back stats when I was doing it, but I think I just moved to 10 where it shouldn't have been. It's fine though. Live and learn. Oh, why not have Psycho Wand in here? Oh, that's annoying. Where's my Psycho Wand? Ugh, fine, whatever. I'll do it here because I don't want to take too much time. Just learn to live without it for a bit. Yeah. It is what it is here. Welcome, Tekkium. Yeah, I was kind of thinking more people would be here, but it is what it is. We're doing it on an off hour. I think that's been the rough part. I usually get a lot of people that will say something in Discord, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then they don't appear, so it's like, what am I supposed to do? It'd be kind of awkward. Yeah, I think this was suited for if I was doing 3 limiters, because then I'd be at max ATP, which does matter for one of the clears, weirdly enough. OE here for more damage. Fortunately, this character's TP bar is ridiculously big, so I don't have to worry too much. Hope you're doing well, Tekkium. There are characters you needed help leveling. I have about 40 minutes of my time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna unseal as a group. Everybody keeps asking me. The answer is no. I'm going to work in like an hour. I talked about that last stream. Like, no. I'm not, the next time I'll be streaming is probably Tuesday. Well, the 162 would cover it. That's what I was saying. Like, it would. I don't need that much more ATP. According to this, I'm only off by 793, according to this. I only need, like, 5 more power. So it would be a 155. I think I like this mag more if I'm doing less limiters. So it just depends on how many limiters I'm unsealing as to which one I would use. So unironically, the 162 one would let me do what I want to do. I'm not off by that much for it to wield it. The game does some very weird limiter calculations, as you can see. So who knows? Maybe I can wield it, sometimes I can't. It's Schrodinger's ATP. Maybe I'm at 780, maybe I'm at 793, who knows? Crazy. No worries, HellCleave. I'll pay for another mag as well in the future. I'm not gonna rush you for it. I do need to eventually figure out who has my Psycho Wand. I last playing with that I identified it. I got it on the RN phone rule. I'm pretty sure I identified it and then put it away. Because I was happy to have it. I just have to think which phone unit I was using. It'll probably come to me at the end of the run. I mean, fortunately, I don't have that many lanes to unlock, so I'm, like, not in a crazy rush. $162.24. Still work. The phone Newman mag makes no sense. I think for since we have less people, I think what I usually do with 4C, I usually just reset after Dorfons, so that way we keep it PD heavy. I don't usually like to go to Desert unless we're 4 people. I just don't think it's worth the time. Like, we'll probably clear it at, like, 16, 17 minutes, or we would just lose, like, a single minute on surface compared to running full team. You know what I mean? Because, like, normally around this time we would be wrapping up with a 4-man squad. It's like, I'd rather just do some surface resets for a bit then. Plus, it's easier. I don't have to worry about Marissa knockdowns or anything like that. Yeah. As showcased on stream, my ATP makes no sense. So I'm like, I feel like the game was gaslighting me on the ATP. It definitely did not tell me 793 a moment ago. It definitely told me 678, I think, at one point, and then 787 or something like that, and now it's up to 793. So I don't know. The game doesn't know how to calculate it, so I can't be blamed for all of the numbers. It is what it is. Because if I have Cycle Wand here, oh, that would save me so much TP. Then I don't have to back. And once we clear Dorfons, if they want to go back and sell items, they can. It's just convenient, especially for people that aren't running, like, triple adept. I get to re-experience the game at no triple adepts. Nope. Try again, though. They are not getting through a Fonuman fireball that is optimized with another person supporting. They almost did with the knockdown. They got close. They still didn't get through. So y'all, go find the Psycho Wand, just because that ends up being somewhat useful, although it's still Fire Scepter the Dorkbonds, because the damage does matter there. But for every part leading up to the Dorkbond, Psycho Wand is just inherently better. On top of saving me TP. Oh, yeah, by the way, you don't even have to go fully from over there. You can even come do it from where I'm standing. You don't have to specifically go at the center. This is an FYI. So if you literally just want to stack where we were, it would have been okay. I don't think we need to pull them any particular direction on very hard mode. Yeah, that makes the other ones charge longer to reach us too. Oh, I ran out of TP in comfort. Well, that would have killed them if I had one more cast. Right? Okay. I'm gonna reset. Think about life. That's my cycle. Oh, right. I just remembered, actually. On top of that. I was about to look it up, and I was like, no. I was going through my mind. I was like, who did I last play as? It had to be a Phonuman. It had to be a character I don't normally Psycho Wand on. And I'm like, oh, I only played one character the other day. I went through it. I was like, I didn't play Static Thick. I definitely didn't play Hot Stuff. I saved Valentine for cookies. So I eventually eliminated. We did not play Waluigi, so I'm like, the only person that would leave is... I don't think I played a Phonual yesterday. Like, sometimes I do play between streams, so it doesn't go through, but I was like, no. The last time I was playing Psycho Wand on stream was Force Account. I'm gonna go deposit this to myself real quick. I thought I got rid of his purges and stuff. Does he still have them? Doesn't. I think I just forgot to put that away. Let me move the Commander Blade as well into the share bank, because I will definitely forget that one's there. Yeah, my Boob Phonuman has more TP than Ziggy does, so even if allegedly Ziggy could be used to do the runs, I'd rather play with the character that has like 40 TP materials consumed. Okay. Sorry about that delay. We'll go back to Unseal now. HellCleave awaits. There we go. HellCleave. Now I can unseal with this if I need to. I mean, this one at least has ABs. I guess it depends on what part of the run I want to do. For multiplayer, I still probably will end up using Psycho Wand, and I think it just makes sense for this character to keep it. It's the character I'm most likely to play outside of that. Good magical piece, but nah, good on him. Let's check a quick kill count where I am with these. I have a rough understanding of what I need to do by next month. Any reason to the ones so talking back in the invincibility triggers also? Yes. Cool. Okay, I still got like over 100 kills with that. I'll help with people level. I'll take that. Yeah, see, the game sums them at max ATP, and I'm like, you know what? If you say so, game, I'm not gonna question whether or not this is correct. So probably at some point I'll use the tri-fluid and then my weapon will unequip. Be careful about spooking him there. Careful. Sacrifice. Already got some kills on the lane since I ran out of limiters at one point. He's somebody come back for value. Love to see it. Thanks, very hard mode. You're the best. Yeah, this is probably fine. A little sad at his defense, but it is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do for the mag combos. Those. Hello. What is in you? I acquired Lollipop. Dangerous piece of candy. Beat your foes to death while on a sugar high. The TP steal? Is that what it does? I think I've ever gotten Lollipop before. I'm assuming that's not a normal weapon that can drop, because I genuinely don't remember that. It's something like, can only appear in GIFs kind of thing. It even came with 20 hit for some reason. Okay, when it comes to the Dorphon, I'm not going to mess around. I do want to have the Fire Scepter out. I'm so afraid to unequip or do anything because I have no idea what the game is going to think my ATP should be. I guess I could test at some point. Of course I get more value. Thanks, very hard mode. You're the best. Anyway, if people do need photon crystals for their own Barans, please let me know. I'm more than happy to give you the exact minimum you need to do your trades. Except before, I'm sitting on several stacks of 99. Otherwise, I'll probably burn at least a... Ooh, don't speak around these, Rip. I would say otherwise from the standpoint of props. I mean, there's only like, what, maybe a Bringer's Rifle I want on the Force account I would make. I want to do more enemy part Hell weapons. Maybe I'll try some just to try them. But otherwise, there's only one more... Well, that's not true. There's technically 2 more Barans I can make. I'm not in a rush to get any of them. The only one that was, like, even vaguely interesting was Machine Dart. I could get the, what is it? Machine Native, just for CCA. So there's technically a couple combinations left I could do. And in a way, whichever one I don't like the most, I could just leave on the main account, the way I view it. And then just leave the Ranger account with the better ones. So that way, if I do play main account Ranger, they're not, like, useless. Because at some point, I do need to move over the Barans to the Ranger account, but none of my Rangers are even remotely high enough level to consider that full-time. Which here? Yeah, the other sword has like 1,000-something lead, and I don't really have another one to unlock at the moment. Unless I really want to unlock like a low native one, which I don't care. I have enough flames on all the other accounts. At this point, this would just be like maybe the Hunter's Lane on an account that I'm not using currently. Otherwise, both my Force account and Rangers both have Excals as far as I recall, with a low hit one being on the Force account already. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm definitely curious, like, how much, if anything, if any of the joke weapons go for any sales, like, beyond a PD. Because I know there's, like, event-exclusive items, like Genpai or Isvalia, for example, that are only really capturable through events. But I actually don't recall how many other items are restricted like that. Yeah. Only 50-60 hit makes sense. Death via lollipop is real. They knock me out. Not that I would really sell it. I'm just more kind of curious. It's overall estimated worth. Alright, so moment of truth. If I equip this, what happens to my stats? Well, 1306. What if I do this? Okay, it seems consistent. Nice present. Let us know what you got. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it does something at some point. Maybe they stepped away. Oh, you're not opening. Use crystals for the Bringer's Rifle? Okay. Let me know how many. And I can just move stuff over at some point. So if you have like 50 PDs, want to get 50 photon crystals, only use 20, get the photon crystals back, you do something like that. All I know is that I'm probably going to be away from the computer for a little bit. So if you do want to do it today, I would just need to know soonish how much you want to hold on to tentatively. I'm slowly buying cheap nugs, oh no. That scientist said no. Did you see that? He's just like, nah. It's like, oh, were you attempting to reach the counter? Oh, hold on. It unequipped my lame again. And this game makes no sense. Okay, well, let me do this. Oh, this game doesn't make any sense. 20? I don't know if I have any on this account. I have to switch over. So that's why I was asking for you to let me know. Let me switch characters then. As you can see, I've shortened his ATP. I have both 1814, 680, and 784. I swear it makes no sense. I have no idea what wacky world it tries to do calculations. But let me tell you, as somebody that unseals, that is incredibly irritating. Why is it different every time I log in the game? Who knows? No, shift to D-band doesn't affect base ATP hyjin. I either can or can't wear something, and the game is just being very arbitrary with me. It's kind of annoying. Do a trade with this character. Okay, let's do the trade then, before I go on break. Probably move some cookies over. These are some of the cookies I thought I moved over to the other account earlier. So I separated them, but I think I did not move them. It still has 99 here, right? Oh, no, they moved back already. Gotcha. Let me move these into the share bank for later. crystals out of the inventory. Yeah, there's the other crystal. Okay. Oh, I'll make a trading game for Int. Come join Mint. Drop 20 or probably. There you go. Again, if you have any that you don't end up using, just let me know. I'll trade them back. Just figure while we're here, might as well do that trade. Anyway, let's go figure out Schrodinger's ATP. Just, I really wish I understood it. I thought it was order in inventory, but it's not. It like both is and isn't. There's like some items in my inventory where it matters and some it doesn't, but my mag never seems to calculate correctly ever. Unless I like take it from the bank and then put it on me, and then it'll be correct. But only in that scenario will it be correct, even if the mag is at the bottom of the inventory, it doesn't take it correctly. So it's like, for me, it drives me wild. This is what I go through off stream, where I'm like, what is going on with my items? So, okay, so what ATP am I at? It says I'm at 814. You are all witnesses. I've done nothing with my inventory. The game tells me I can do it. And I'm gonna be like, okay, game. Well, take two. Will I finally be able to equip it? You saw a moment ago, it unequipped it from me. Oh man. Such is life. Let's have hyjin in for a couple more runs. Okay. It seems to be okay now. We stabilized it. The mag is at the bottom of the inventory, which is where it should be. Craziness. And now I can't equip it. Do you see what I mean, chat? Like, what is this? Isn't that unfair? You all saw it. You all bore witness. I now am at 694 ATP for some reason. Why? Can we play can we ask Ender to fix this? There's no reason this should happen. I thought it was fixed like several months ago, but I'm clearly seeing different behavior. It's fine when you first like boot into a game, but when you go to activate a quest, from that point onwards, it's just totally hosed. But you're all witnesses. I'm not hallucinating. Despite the absolute drug trip that was Bat and Pydos, I promise you, I'm not making that up. This made no sense. It's more like the order it applies the items changes every single time I go in a quest, which is different than when I first enter a lobby game. I think is the best way to describe that, and that's why I'm like really confused. So I think a fix might have been applied on like initial creation of a game, but not on the quest counter. If I had to guess what the problem is, I'm assuming that's what it was, because for a while, I think it was calculating the way it is now. So if I had to guess, that is what is happening. Where it doesn't use the same either formula or some flag is wrong. But like my inventory didn't change, but now I can't equip the thing that I could equip, according to when I first booted into the lobby. So it's like, to me, it's very confusing. So if at any point I eat a tri-fluid here, for example, I will be unequipped if the lame to Argent. Because the game will check to see whether or not equipment is valid at that point in time. You can witness this happening in about, I don't know, 30 more casts of Rabarda. So if I'm doing like quick AntaresConvoy resets, this doesn't bother me, which is what I normally do in solo resets. But when we're doing longer quests to help level people, then, you know, it's gonna happen all the time. It drives me wild. And I don't know how to get it to register the way I want it to. Are you ready for my weapon to disappear? It'll be a magic trick. You ready? Don't blink. There it goes. Getting trolled. Okay. Well, let's try this one. Okay. Go back to this one. Okay. Right? Like, does that make any sense? I don't think that makes any sense. Hope you all bore witness to that. All I did was unequip, re-equip, and then it worked. I don't know. PSO lives in a magical world of nonsense. Like, am I abusing a bug with ATP? Is this how it works? I have no idea. Like, listen, the game has told me 3 different ATPs. All I know is that this is how I quote-unquote fix it. I don't know what my actual ATP is supposed to be at the moment. Nor do I think I should have to care. Be like, nah, it should be a not my problem. Nobody manually adds their ATP. Except for when you're unsealing for whatever reason. MST seems always correct, at least. ATP never seems correct. I have no idea. I mean, like, the best way to do it if you wanted to calculate it, I'm getting 162 power from this. So I should be getting, what is that, 324 ATP? Which should put me well over my Von Neumann ATP cap. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe I've calculated base ATP wrong, and this is just going, like... I don't know. I don't even know where to put it. There's something about the way it behaves with limiters that just doesn't calculate correctly. Where either it adds the mag ATP first, and then it decides, oh, you capped, so we're not going to give you the full total, and then it limiters. Oh, it's just weird. Yeah, so, like, if I have to switch mags to do it, at least, like, I have a way to do it, but it's really weird. I can also fix it by usually switching barriers, but I think at the moment that won't work as well. But we'll try, like, in another run. Nice flip drop, by the way. Thanks, very hard quote. already better than ultimate confirmed. Multiple presents. Getting some value. But it's just very weird. I find it very hard to unseal a multiplayer for that reason. Not because of the fact that not all the kills go to the character, but just because the thing of unsealing is just randomly unequipping during a run. It's the worst feeling. So we'll see if a barrier swap fixes it as well. Since that's what I was doing for a while to try to get around that issue. That Dorfon's ultra dead. Goodbye, Dorfon. Yeah, you can see where it just gets very confusing for me. So in a weird way, even if I don't really get any PDs, I'm unsealing, so I'm happy. It's my way of taking advantage of XP week, is just unsealing more. Once I get a Von Neumann that's like closer to 160, I could do the same thing I'm doing, but honestly, to hold the lame to Argent, you need to be a very high level and do that with Limiter. If I'm just doing Limiter, then you only need to be like 145-ish. The requirements are very different between them. Overall, I'm not in a rush to get to high level. I mostly just want to make sure they can join certain quests at the barest minimum level. I'm not worried about being like, oh, I need to be 180 for Red Ring with any character at the moment. That would require getting more Red Ring, which I don't feel like doing at the moment. But who knows, maybe we'll level up on MA1C Tuesday, Thursday, possibly Wednesday. We do need to do a fairly enemy-dense quest at some point. There we go. I'm helping. Oh, they're ultra dead. Goodbye. Yeah, this time I got my double Chloe out. GG. We're all dead. Yeah, so now we're gonna go to lobby. How much ATP do I have? Okay, 1814. We're gonna make a game. This. We're gonna make another game. Gonna check our ATP. Still looks correct to me. But when we go to this quest counter, it's gonna do something weird again. There we go, you ready? Brace yourself. What's my ATP? Is it gonna be 600 something? 600 something. We're gonna go ahead and swap merges. And now it works again. Oh man, this game doesn't make any sense. Just... Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm dealing with Sega spaghetti code. Like, can you, like, I would love to know why it behaves like that. Do they genuinely have two different calculations for some reason? Why else would it be a different order if my items don't move? I don't pull anything from the bank. I don't do anything special. It just behaves differently between games. So you can imagine how I get really confused. I'm like trying to like just walk around and use lame, and I'm like, why am I doing no damage? Because that's the other thing too, is like if I'm playing Funeral and I need to kill that Babuda, I do actually need to swing at it to kill it quickly. So my ATP not being consistent there actually really sucks. Because I could be like over like 100 ATP less, and that'll make me miss a combo kill. 100 ATP is no joke, being down that far. I'd like to take another Tri-Flu in the meantime. I think I could do one or two more resets, but already we're helping the phone roll get to 90. Not a bad baseline. Creeping closer to the 700 HP to be safe. Episode 4. Plus raising minimum damage on spells is never a bad thing. Almost did the bad thing of Rebarda buffering. There we go. Smooth. I almost thought that said HellCleave. Getting ready to congratulate for HellCleave. Hellraiser getting Rafoi sounds accurate. I did a double take on that one. Also, what is my kill count gonna appear at the top? Okay. Do you want to tell me what my kill count is? 1700 on lane, not too bad. Almost 20% of the way through. 400 kills on limiter, pretty far away on that one. It's okay. Next time I'm about to hit 200, I'm just gonna rename my character HellCleave. Just get HellCleave really confused. Send him congrats on the level up. Just send it to him. Oh man. No worries. I'm mostly done at the moment anyway. If we pause now, it's not the end of the world. I'll do like maybe one solo reset, and that'll be it for me. I want it to stop somewhat close to 3 o'clock. I got some things to do before I drive. Oh, there's the other kill count command kicking in. Next kill count. Timely as ever. I think for the most part, I had pretty much every ROMR at a pretty decent level of very hard mode. It's just a question of how badly do I want to play them in Ultimate. Which, you know, as long as I have like 3 or 4 ROMR IDs, I should be good for the most part. We don't tend to play a lot of quest variety outside of events. Like events, we do very different IDs compared to our normal stuff. You'll see a lot more Skyly, for example, pop in where we don't normally play it. But I think at some point, we can get a consistent group going. We could do Christmas cookies. I just wanted to do stuff and get presents while leveling. At some point, I would like Valentine to hit level 200, so I don't have to think about that character anymore for how many hours played. I think he's sitting on 48 hours of gameplay, and he's level 180. So it might be possible in under 60 hours to hit 200. It's kind of silly when you think about it. Most of my characters that are 200 are over 200 hours. I'm just curious how low we could keep it if he only does like a few more cookie quests to level. I think I was guessing that he would need approximately 33 more cookie runs or something to level. A little over double the remaining levels. Just because I have to run at least 2 to 3 cookie quests to level the last 6 levels. Oh. I was thinking about that earlier. But we'll see where the interest lies. I'm also okay with just doing full Christmas fiasco stuff. But hey, at least we're on the road to unlocks. Plus, I think there might be another... Oh, no. I already had the other limiter there. Disregard. I was going to say, I had one limiter we acquired on the other Force account, but I think that's in this account already. Yeah, it is okay. We should be good there. Ooh, one less Scaffoe needed. That's what I get for not menu casting earlier. Well, thanks for joining, man. Hope with the levels. I'm gonna do one more reset. And now I can still wield my weapon. Just what is going on? Is there some problem with multiplayer? Is it just multiplayer that's wrong? See this, chat? Now I can wield my weapon without doing anything. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It must be a multiplayer bug. This could be why I thought it was fixed earlier. I'm like one of the only people that would bother bringing quadra limiters into multiplayer. A weird and wacky world of PSO stats. Yeah, like, look how fast this goes with just... This is with quadra limiters on, by the way. OV801. How easy. Easy life. I'll wait to compare a drop rate week at some point on very hard mode. That'll be interesting. How long will it take Ultimate to beat 1 hour of very hard mode? See, that's where the MST difference is a penalty there. On other enemies, it doesn't matter. Here, it might matter, too. Yeah, see, I can't kill those in 3 Rabardas. That's how you know my Rabarda being not max matters. But I do lose a little bit of time there. I could save up more mine materials, I guess, for another Phonuman of some sort. Not in a rush to level Phonuals. They're potentially very good for keeping people alive if we're doing new level ups. People wanted to do more unconventional runs, like you wanted the giant Heart of Plantain fan or whatever it's called on RNID. You could do, you know, set up for levels, doing that kind of stuff. People that don't super care about roll value per minute or looking for more obscure items. Thank you, hopefully, for the math. Now I can do quadra. And I can do the other one when I just want triple limiter. Isn't that unfair, chat? Like, look at this. Multiple presents, multiple photon crystals. It's so good. Roll your eyes, chat. Very hard mode wins again. It's doing surface resets for value. What was that? Barely like 35, 40 minutes. I'm up a PD and 2 photon crystals. Does I need to farm up an ignition cloak for later? Maybe. I mean, it's just called playing very hard mode. So if you have like a blue ID force, you'll probably be playing this a lot. You can help other people level, depending on how geared they are. Not a bad idea to just have a blue Phonum in at all times. Honestly, for Unseal, it's pretty strong. I mean, you're witnessing what I do with it. Solo play briefly. Going like a little further than I'd like to go normally, just because I don't want to end the stream quite yet. But you can see it like 1306 MST. Not too bad. Keep in mind, no adapts to reduce TP costs. Bad. I have a decent amount of TP from level ups, don't get me wrong, but... Which... 47 TP. So if you purely wanted to unseal and were never playing the melee with them, you could just go 150 mind if you wanted to. It does make a small difference. As you can see, for example, I'm missing like the Babudas by like 21 while wielding Quadra limiters. But it's definitely possible to kill them in one less cast. The Astarks need like near max MST though. Like genuinely they need to be like 1450. Need so much damage. Yeah, it's just a kind of a nice value run, especially if you're looking to gear up Rangers, get your own Heaven Striker coats, looking to get Heavenly Arms for basically every character in the game. And if you happen to get a Divine Filter need, you'll need Select Cloaks at some point. All this quest will just give it to you. We'll give it to you the fastest out of any quest? Probably no. Is it very easy? Yes. Is the reward to effort ratio one of the best ones in the game? I would say yes. Low effort, high reward. Oh, I'll say medium high reward. You still have to get pretty lucky on Jaya or Underground to get the true high end, but it is possible to get the 100 hits here. Seen many times on Ephinea Discord and screenshots. A lot of those banners came from like MA2B equivalencies or New Book 3 on very hard. Not bad. You might as well while leveling other people, helping your friends get up to a nice tier. Let's just do this quest. That's the downside. You get super crazy XP, you get like super easy Gafoe clears like this. What are they gonna do about this? Nothing. They're already dead. Fine. I'm gonna look at them. Yeah. I don't feel an urge to save the presents. The reason I don't want to do that is because every minute I spend opening presents is a minute I'm not playing a quest during double present drop rate. Excuse me. I'll be real honest with you, like, I have no interest. Like, no thank you. Give me another 5 minutes of runs on a quest. I think I care about that more. Getting like Ricochet, stop it. But to each their own. Grab these characters. One last check for Rappies, then I'll probably leave. Although I did try Fluid. I might as well just go until I'm out of Fluid. Just one try Fluid on surface, which kind of sucks. I think that was back at the initial Rappy wave. It's in an awkward spot, that much I remember. Yeah, see how those Rappies aren't quite dying? Oh, we need like another 100 MST. That's why I think like 1400. I think I even wrote the guide. It's like 1400, 1425, 1450 are all like milestone kills underground. You need to be at like 1450, I think, for the Zeus to kill them in an appropriate amount of RFOEs if you have Ignition Cloak. It's like there's some really tight thresholds for single player play. So MST matters a lot in single player. It matters in multiplayer. It's because a lot of other players can make up for it. It's the difference between like this fireball killing or not. Like 192 could probably kill in one less Kafoe. If you're wielding like a fire scepter there, for example. Just keep in mind I'm not tech boosting the handheld item. So anything that like is missing it by like 100 or less definitely is a if you had fire scepter it would kill. But we're unsealing, so that's not likely to happen. Oh, look at that stun lock. That's so, oh, that was a gross stun lock. I got all but one attack canceled. Out of here. Hey, why didn't I multi-hit that? Weird. Unfortunate. I had 80 health, but I only did 60 that time instead of like 1,200 like when I hit him the other time. Interesting. Be an angle issue. I'm gonna box check, and I think I'm done. Don't think there's a Rappy. It's technically 2 Rappies here, but okay, I think I need to go since it's after 3 o'clock. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Be doing probably more ultimate level ups at this point, since we're not seeing a lot of people trickle in for very hard mode, which is fine. Just want to make sure people are able to play what they want to play. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.